Super Mario Odyssey.
Oh, Mario and Rabbids.
Kingdom Battle. And Dissidia NT. And Wolfenstein.
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 We're in Germany. It's Wolfenstein.
All right, Chancellor.
You know what? We have an interview with the guy from Wolfenstein. Let's go ask him.
All right.
Wolfenstein.
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 On our forums, it's always a battle between Wolfenstein or Wolfenstein. How do you pronounce it yourself?
Wolfenstein.
Wolfenstein.
Yep.
All right. Now we have it on tape.
Yeah.
That's how you pronounce it from the narrative designer.
Monsters did this.
What was the challenge in putting the game in a new setting for this sequel?
You know, we've always had our sights on America, so we were sort of prepared that we were going here. So even when we were working on the New Order, we said that, you know, we want to go to America at some point, but we don't want it to be just one level in that game, because we felt that it deserved its own game, because there was so much that we felt that we could explore. So I think in many ways we were really prepared to go here, but at the same time it's sort of challenging because you want to have locations that are familiar to people, but at the same time we want them to experience something that is really unique and cool, you know. But I think we managed to really make something both familiar and something that was sort of twisted in a way. Trying to assemble the fragments of resistance that still exist in America, and trying to spark this revolution, second American Revolution. Sort of means that you have to expand and make a much more epic and more ambitious story. So yeah.
Stay calm. Let me first make it absolutely clear that I am not a Nazi.
So meanwhile, in the real world, there's also kind of been a sort of a revolution going on.
Yeah.
With the game being as it is, you know, with the Nazis having won the war, has it affected the promotion for the game at all?
Well, you know, I'm not part of the marketing team, but you know, when we started working on this game was in like 2014, after New Order had come out. And you know, we couldn't really know what would happen in the political landscape and how that would change. So it's not something that has really affected the development of the project. I mean, it's a complete coincidence, definitely. I think we've amped up the storylines a lot more. We've added new characters that are super fun and likable. I think if you play the demo, you've seen some examples of that in like Super Spesh, who's this crazy conspiracy guy who's working for the Resistance. And you know, the gameplay is amped up. We have new weapons.
You take freedom away from the American people, you're playing with fire. And I intend to pour some gasoline.
Our design team has really put in a lot of effort into making the combat be even more chunkier and heavier, and so they're introducing definitely new weapons, as well as tweaking weapons from the old game. We have sort of a variation of the Laserkraftwerk in this game too, and we have something called the Dieselkraftwerk, which is run on something called Blitzdiesel, which shoots these sticky bombs that you can detonate from afar. So there's some really cool new weapons that you can.
Yeah. So from the new squad that you have in the team, which character is your favorite? Has been your favorite to work on?
Oh my God, there's so many favorites. It's actually really difficult, but I really like Super Spesh.
What you say? You say you're Nazi?
Oh, fuck this.
Motherfucker!
I think he's a really special character.
Oh, bitch got a sick sense of humor.
One of the biggest surprises here at Gamescom is the newly announced IP by THQ Nordic, Biomutant.
Yep. It's absolutely fantastic. I have nothing but good things to say. We just got done playing it in the booth behind us, and from the second I jumped into the game, I was blown away. What did you think?
I was very pleasantly surprised by one, the art style.
Yeah.
At first I was a little thrown off by, okay, it's, let's just call it what it is, a furry game. Because the main character is an animal, it's a humanoid animal.
I was pleasantly surprised
but that was actually, it worked for the style.
Yeah.
Everything is like, they're humanoid animals.
Yeah.
And it also works for the title, Biomutant. Plus,
It does.
it reminds me of Rocket Raccoon from Guardians of the Galaxy. The gameplay style is, let's talk about that first. The gameplay style is an action RPG.
Yeah.
And it lets you work for it.
It's so fast. I think the combat is based off of Kung Fu. It's so fast. You get a gun, you get a sword, I believe, and you just start hacking and you can jump around everywhere. You can roll, you can dodge, you can double jump. It's amazing. It's so fast paced. You're like, oh God.
I feel like it's one of those games where a casual player can just mash one button and be okay with it.
Yeah.
But if you master the combos, you're gonna wreck shit all over the place.
The animations were so cool. You can like dodge and then get your sword out and then you do some
Chaining
kind of
combos.
Yeah, you can do a spin and it's just, you can like roll around in the air, shoot your gun. It looked incredible and it felt really good.
Let's talk about the character a little bit.
Yeah.
Not much to tell about it other than in the character creation.
Which surprised me. I was like, this is just the main character, but no, you get like a huge amount to like customize your character with. And the fun thing is that you can tell from your character's appearance which stats you have. So if you're really bulky, you're gonna be very strong.
Yeah. And as for having different playthroughs, there are conversation wheels where you can pick different dialogue choices.
Yeah,
dialogue
and then
choices.
it kind of like influences your karma in a way. It's like yin yang. So that seems interesting. We didn't really get much information on it, but we were like, oh.
Yeah, it totally, THQ totally dropped the trailer on us this week.
Yeah.
We saw it, it was like, this is really colorful.
Yeah.
I'm getting a huge Zelda Breath of the Wild vibe off of this. And then I saw him running around in mechs and everything. So, what is this setting?
Yeah.
And you know, post-apocalyptic world. You know,
so much to the combat.
but very colorful.
Yeah.
Very colorful.
True.
And that's
and
just
very
attractive.
beautiful.
Yes.
It looked great. It looked
looks,
really good.
We played on a alpha build on PC.
Yeah.
A really powerful PC, but it's coming out on PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One.
Yes.
It looks great. It's something we're both really looking forward to.
Yeah.
And we hope to learn more about this game very soon.
Yep.
Skipped a 3-hour line and had some hands-on experience with Call of Duty World War II. And what I can say about it is that not only we are going back in time, we are also going back to basics. Now, for me, Call of Duty 2, which took place in World War II, was my first Call of Duty ever. And going back into this environment really felt familiar. And it's not just the setting that felt familiar, but it's also the gameplay that felt familiar, because this time Sledgehammer is doing the Call of Duty again. And the first Call of Duty that I really played intensively was Advanced Warfare, which was done by them. So it is Call of Duty as you know it. It's very fast-paced, and the best thing about this time is there's no jumping around that distracts you from your gameplay otherwise. So I was able to jump in for my first game ever. I haven't done any betas whatsoever, and it went pretty well. And the variety in weapons and classes is a lot of fun. There's this huge variety in guns, in gameplay, and they all feel very different. I mainly played with the base gun because I just wanted to get the feel for Call of Duty again, and that's exactly what I got here. So in this multiplayer hands-on, there were 2 game modes. One was a deathmatch, so team versus team, and that other mode is basically, just escorting a tank, building a bridge, planting bombs, all these kind of objectives that you have to do, and it really builds a team because you just can't push forward. There are zones. Once you go too far, you're out of bounds, and the game tells you to return to the mission area.
Stick to the objective!
So you really need to stick around and, really think as a team and cover the flank or focus on the front or, stick around in the back and give cover fire. It's all a lot more tactical. I'm looking forward to trying out more World War II, especially the campaign, and we'll see how that goes. All in all, I'm really looking forward to go back in time to go towards the future of the Call of Duty franchise, and let's hope they stick around with this formula for a while.
My dad's gone. My best friend has left me. Hey Mom, you wanted to talk?
So I just got done watching the presentation for Life is Strange Before the Storm, which is a prequel to Life is Strange and takes part 3 years before the events of the game. In this one, we get to explore the relationship between Chloe Price and Rachel Amber. And in the presentation, we got shown a few moments in the game where choice is really important. I mean, choice was important in the first game, but it seems like because Max's time rewinding powers are missing in the game this time, they've really focused on the choice. One thing that is very fun is that there's a new mechanic to the game, which is the backtalk option, which is very fitting for Chloe, of course. You get to talk to people and you have to listen to what they're saying, and you have to kind of recite what they're saying. So if they mention a certain word and you get to choose your answers, you have to pick the answer that has the same word in it.
I'm leaving. See you around, Chloe. You can't leave! Watch me. Rachel, wait! Don't go!
So I guess the biggest difference between Life is Strange and Life is Strange Before the Storm is, of course, that our protagonist is Chloe and not Max, which also means that there's no time rewinding. Life is Strange focused around being able to make a decision, but then going back because maybe you messed up a little bit and you wanted to correct that mistake. That is no longer possible. The only thing you can do is just make your choices, make your bed, and lie in it.
Next time, mind your own business.
Calm down! Walk away!
So I myself am really looking forward to this game. Life is Strange was one of my favorite games, and I cannot wait to get into the mind of Chloe, get to know her better, get to know Rachel, because she's always been a mystery to us fans. And I think it's going to be absolutely fantastic. I'm excited to play it next week for all platforms.
So I've been looking for Denise in there for Life is Strange, but didn't find her. But instead, I did find the producers for Dissidia NT, Final Fantasy. And since I'm such a big fan, I had to stop by for a few questions. Let's check it out.
The original Dissidia games on the PSP had a very strong story bringing all the characters together. How is it this time? Because now the battles, for example, are 3 versus 3. How do you incorporate the story in multiplayer battle situations like that?
そうですね、前作 PSP 版とちょっとストーリーの見せ方に関しては異なりまして、まずストーリーモードというものは存在してはいないです。ただ、今回バトルが主体のタイトルになるわけですが、お客様が例えば相手が AI であろうが、また別のお客様とランクマッチをお楽しみいただいたであろうが、何がしか、ゲームを楽しんでいただけますと、ポイントが獲得できまして、でその獲得できたポイントに応じてだんだんその一本の壮大なストーリーが開いていくと、そういう形になります。
it's already in arcades, so it's already very competitive. Do you see a future for this game in some kind of tournament form?
そうですね、お客様にちゃんと楽しんで選んでこのタイトルを選んでいただければぜひぜひ e スポーツという形にもチャレンジしたいとは思います。ただ、我々が一方的にそれは押し付けるものではないと思うので盛り上がってくれさえすればもうその後はもう我々もできる限りのことはいたしますので、はい、何らかの形でそうですね e スポーツっていうものが実現できたら嬉しいなとは思います。
If you could pick any character, who would you put in Dissidia?
で出したいなと思うキャラクターはファイナルファンタジー6に出てくるウーマロっていうキャラクターがいるんですよ。でもうそのキャラクター自体が大好きだっていうのももちろんなんですけれど味方を掴んで敵に投げつけたりとかするんですよ。それをこうディシディアの中で見たら面白いだろうなってそんなことを思ってます。
作ってみたいキャラクターについてはこれ実はもういろんなインタビューでもういっぱい作りたいキャラクターがいるので毎回違うキャラクターを出してるんですけどここではファイナルファンタジー7のヴィンセントを挙げたいなと思います。銃を使ったアクションというのも魅力的ですしその姿をねクリーチャーに変えて戦うっていう特徴も彼ならではのものだと思うのでそれをディシアで表現できたらすごい楽しそうだなというふうに思います。
So continuing our coverage here at Gamescom Day 2, we are at the Nintendo HQ for two games we've been really excited about, namely Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle and
Super Mario Odyssey.
And these are two games we haven't gotten the opportunity to try out at all. So it's our first time. We're super excited. How about you go play your Odyssey? I'll go do my Kingdom Battle, and we shall let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Here we go, off the rails. Did you know it's time to raise our sails?
So Denise,
yes.
Super Mario Odyssey. I did one part. You did the other level.
Yeah, I did.
Tell me about your level.
Well, for starters, I'm hard to impress when it comes to Mario games. I'm a complete heretic. I'm not a huge fan. I respect Mario because he's a
decent
big guy in the gaming universe.
Yeah.
But I got to play the city level, and that was very exciting actually because I was like, oh, I've never seen Mario here before. That's kind of neat. I really liked it. I had to search for 4 musicians in the city, which I'm not really used to those type of quests in Mario.
Yeah.
But it was interesting. I got to run around. I thought the controls were very intuitive. I just kind of like jerked my right hand, and then Mario would throw his cap, and if I did both at the same time, they would the cap would spin around me. Yeah.
Did you say the cap? But he has a name. It's Cappy.
Oh.
The best part for me was just throwing my hat at an enemy and becoming an enemy.
Right. I didn't get to do that. I didn't have enemies in the city, so I didn't really fight.
Yeah, I guess mine was more of a traditional kind of level.
Yeah.
Because at one point, and I think they got this from a link between worlds, when you go into a warp pipe that's in a wall, you become 2D. And all of a sudden I was like, yo, I'm playing 2D Mario again.
That is good. That is good.
Da 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 da. I think it was a Mario game that's more my kind of, that fits my time more, is Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
Yes.
Yeah?
I love that.
How about we go check it out?
Let's do that.
I like XCOM.
I like XCOM.
We'll just get that out of the box right away.
Yeah.
We both love XCOM, and the moment we saw the trailer for Kingdom Battle,
my heart
is like
started palpitating. I was like, yes, this is everything I've ever wanted
from a Mario game.
Yeah, because it's so accessible. Because XCOM is great, but I don't think a lot of young people might enjoy it. But if you put it in a Mario wrapper,
anyone can play it, not just young people.
Exactly.
You know? It makes it a whole lot more accessible. So let's get down to the gameplay, because I know a lot of people are going to compare it to XCOM. It is basically a tactical cover-based game, strategy game-ish, where you have to move your characters to different tiles on the map, and you have to find cover.
So when you jump on one of your partners, you kind of like expand your movement range. You can go a lot further, but then you also still get the shoot, which was very surprising to me because in XCOM, you move twice, you're done.
Yeah, that's your turn.
You get like three-ish turns in the game, and I thought that was really cool. I like that. You can also jump on enemies to tackle them, and then you can just take cover and shoot them. I really, really liked it. I thought it was, I don't know, it felt really good.
It feels like every move you make, it has a purpose.
Every step you take,
Yeah, it has a purpose, and you can just move around and not do anything.
Yeah.
But there's always an advantage to doing as many actions as you can in one move.
Yeah.
Because the Rabbids that we ran into, they were kind of tough.
They were.
You needed all three shots from all three characters in the party at the time to take them down. The battles are short.
They
just pick it up.
Very short,
Play a mission and be done with it.
And there's multiplayer, local multiplayer.
Yes. We don't have any info from Nintendo what it exactly
if it's
entails.
Versus or together, but I would be excited either way.
Either way, yeah.
So I mean, I've never been able to play XCOM against someone locally or with someone together. That's like the ultimate dream.
Yeah.
To be able to play it together. I think that would be really cool, but who knows? We're gonna have to see.
Yeah, until it comes out very soon. Actually, it comes out before Mario Odyssey does. So that's our trip here at Nintendo. We're gonna check out more stuff here at Gamescom.
For day 2 of Gamescom.
Yeah, we did a lot of things, but most importantly, we learned how to pronounce Wolfenstein. I still can't get it right. But we did a lot of fun things today. What did you enjoy the most?
Life is Strange.
I
got to see my girl Chloe again. It felt really good, so I was very excited about that.
Yeah,
but
you don't have to wait very long either, right?
I do not. Just a tiny week.
Yeah. Well, what I like the most, I don't have to wait very long for either. Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
So good.
It was surprisingly a lot of fun. It was the first time we checked it out, so I'm really excited to put it on our Switch very soon.
Yep.
So tomorrow we also have a lot of things going on. Tonight is on day 2. You got the Blizzard reveal ceremony. So we have a lot to talk about with the people from Overwatch. So be sure to check that out tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow's our last day of coverage. So please do tune in. And thank you guys so much for watching today.
I'm Tam2.
I'm Jordan.
And we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.